Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. Back at the Clingmans Dome parking lot with a beautiful view on a beautiful morning. So today, and the parking lot's not that congested, it's 9 a.m. Today I'm doing a backpacking loop. Starting here at the parking lot, I'm going south on the Appalachian Trail. Once I get to Siler's Bald, I'm going to continue south on the Hazel Creek Trail and going to go up Bone Valley Trail once I get to campsite 83. Going to go up there and check out the Hall Cabin, which is very historic. Going to come back down, camp at campsite 83. In the morning, I'm coming back on Cold Spring Gap Trail and making the loop with Welch Ridge, which will take me back to Hazel Creek and back to the Appalachian Trail. So it's going to be 19 miles approximately today. Tomorrow it's going to be 16 miles, but it's all uphill for the most part tomorrow. So I got a lot of good sights to show you guys, so stay with me. It's going to be a great trip. So I'm back on the Forney Ridge Trail, which is where I was with two friends a couple weeks ago, going down this way to connect with the Clingmans Dome bypass, where I'll hit up the AT and hike south. So the weather's a little cool up here, which is expected at this elevation, over 6,000 feet. Feels like it's in probably mid-60s. Feels good. So that's going to be the start of a good trip. Nowhere near as busy as it was the Saturday morning we were here. Coming back Sunday, it was real busy. Me and two friends of mine, Hank and Sean. It's been almost a month. And in 2 weeks from now, I got another backpacking trip coming up with two friends. So we got a lot of trips coming up, which you guys are going to like. So anyway, let's make the most of this trip, and I'll be talking to you in a bit. Okay, now I'm on the AT. It's back to Clingmans Dome. There's the bypass trail, which I came up half of a mile, well, 6/10 of a mile back to the parking lot. I'm heading this way, south on the AT. Here's your little view right here by the sign I just showed you. Beautiful. Kind of hazy still, but beautiful just the same. Still have some flame azaleas out. I've been coming downhill here. I love the views over here. When I was here last, it was real foggy and windy. Clouds were coming up real fast. Now I have more wide open views. Bees are out doing their job. And it's really beautiful weather. I'm pretty happy with it so far. Hopefully it'll stay that way for this trip, but can't guarantee it. Weather forecast was calling for 60% chance of rain where I live, which is almost 2 hours away from here. So in the Smokies, it's a very good possibility you can get some rain at least daily in the summer. But it doesn't last long. Sometimes it does, but a lot of times it's just a quick downpour. All right, folks. So I got off the AT 4/10 of a mile before Siler's Bald, had a sign for the Welch Ridge Trail, which I'm on now. It's pretty overgrown, a little more primitive than the AT. Probably won't see as many people because I've seen a few people since I started on the AT, but a couple warned me about a rattlesnake near Seiler's Bald, so that got me a little bit on edge because I almost stepped on one last year on the Appalachian Trail near Wester Bald Fire Tower. It's in my video with the "Don't Tread on Me" symbol. So yeah, it makes me a little bit apprehensive because now I'm like looking everywhere, making sure there's nothing hiding in the weeds because they are so well camouflaged. But I'm not going to let it stop me from having a good time. Just wanted to make you guys aware that they are out here in the Smokies on these trails, even on the Appalachian Trail, because that was the third time I've heard from people, even though I didn't see any. The 2.5 day section I did, I had people warn me twice about rattlesnakes in that section of the trail between Clingmans Dome and Rocky Top. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys a little bit more. So this is about 1.5 miles, I think it was, till I get to Hazel Creek, and there's supposed to be waterfalls all along Hazel Creek, so I'll be showing you guys quite a bit. So hang in there. So I'm not going to lie, I'm not liking this jungle I find myself in here. It is so thick, you can't even see the trail. It looks like clouds are rolling in. It's humid. It's like raspberry thickets here. Unripened raspberries. Or blackberries, rather. Anyway, it's disconcerting. I'm not too happy with it because it's going to become like a bushwhack. I'm having to use my trekking poles to move aside all the foliage. And yeah, I'm not crazy about what could be hiding in it, as in rattlesnakes, ticks. But, you know, it's not something I didn't expect. I just didn't expect it to be this thick for this duration, because it looks like it continues like this for quite a ways. So I got a decision to make here, how far I'm going to go through this, because I'm not bushwhacking. I'm not here for that. I'm out here to hike. So we'll see what happens here, folks. I'll let you know here in a bit. I'm going to continue on and see where I'm at on the map so I don't get lost. Albeit I can see the trail, but not easily. So stay with me. We'll see what we find together. So I think I startled something here. Made a grunt when I was coming down the hill. Let me show you right behind me there. I'm on the Hazel Creek Trail now. And the switchbacks before I get to the actual creek. Right over here. Looks like a game trail maybe or something. I can hear it moving around back there. Alright, sorry I had to cut that off. I got startled because what it was a bear, a mother bear and cubs. And it startled me because they came down the tree. Right? So that's what it is. That tree up there, I don't know if you can make it out, it's so thick. But they came out right there. You can still hear them stomping around out there. But it startled me. So I'm sure I scared them more than they scared me. But yeah, that's where they entered the woods. Maybe they're feeding on mushrooms because it looks like there's some mushrooms back there. But I'm going to walk along now and not have to deal with any more bears, hopefully. That was a loud grunt, though. That's what happened to me last year when I was on the Art Loeb Trail. I did that through hike last July. I got grunts outside my tent. So that's the sound the bears make when you startle them. So anyway, little bear cubs. It was pretty cool. Just not up close and personal. Well, folks, it's raining, and I thought I should tell you that I'm heading back. I decided to postpone the camping adventure here at campsite 83. Reason being is I'd only hiked 8.3 miles, 1:30 came around, and I had another 11 to go to make it to the Hall Cabin up the Bone Valley Trail. And I decided I didn't want to push it on account of such a late start. And I just wasn't feeling it today. I don't know what it was, I just wasn't feeling great. I think it's because I didn't sleep that well last night, whatever. But anyway, you let your body tell you, and you should be fine. You just have to go with how you feel. And I wasn't feeling it today, but still got out. When all is said and done, it'll be about better part of 17 miles on a day hike. 3.8 of which was down those two trails I'd never been to before. I'm still on the Welch Ridge Trail now, but I had never explored Welch Ridge or Hazel Creek, so this gives me more reason to come back. But anyway, I'm heading through the big bushes again, so, and the rain's coming down harder. So if that wasn't good enough reason to postpone the trip, then I don't know what else would be. But anyway, I'm gonna start heading back. If there's anything else, I'll be sharing it with you. It is really, really raining hard. You could see the trail has turned into a creek. It is, probably wouldn't be good conditions to camp, but I know when you're out on a through hike, you have no choice. You embrace the suck, but you know what? I was just here for an overnight, and I'm glad I'm not spending the night now. Even though it might be nice to test your equipment, this is pretty intense. I'm sure I'll get to experience it though in the near future with all the trips I got planned. Won't have a choice in the matter, but a lot of thunder. As I said though, I wasn't feeling it anyway today. Maybe for good reason. I still managed to have almost 17 miles when I'm done. Still worth the outing.